Congress wants to ban Roblox because things have now gotten so serious that members of the US government are openly threatening to take action against the platform. It all began just a few days ago when a major tragedy took place. The well-known political activist Charlie Kirk was killed during an event at Utah Valley University. As soon as the news broke, it spread across the United States like wildfire. News outlets reported it, social media exploded, and most people reacted with shock and grief. But unfortunately, not everyone took the tragedy with the seriousness it deserved. Especially inside the Roblox community, some people decided to turn this heartbreaking event into a joke. Players began creating Roblox games that recreated the exact tragedy. Others uploaded images and decals of Charlie Kirk's body, made t-shirts referencing his death, and even created a custom emote mocking his final pose called the Kirk lean. Some Roblox avatars were dressed up like Charlie Kirk, with fake wounds drawn on their shirts, and were holding signs that read, "Rip Charlie Kirk, the Mega Bozo." This wasn't hidden away in some dark corner of Roblox. It was openly accessible to anyone, including children. This wasn't just edgy trolling. This was exploiting a real-life tragedy for attention, clout, and in some cases, even money. And that alone shows how broken Roblox's moderation really is. Big names in the Roblox community, like Ruben Sim and Schlep, immediately called this out on Twitter, pointing out just how outrageous it was that players were literally selling shirts mocking the exact moment of someone's death. They argued, and they're right, that this goes far beyond normal trolling. But the situation didn't just stay within Roblox Twitter. It grew much bigger. On September 11th, 2025, a sitting member of the US Congress, Anna Paulina Luna, posted a public statement on Twitter directly calling out Roblox. She said that if the company did not immediately take down the offensive content, she would pressure Apple to remove the Roblox app from the App Store. And she went even further, saying she would contact the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, to push for Roblox's website itself to be taken offline. This was a turning point. At this stage, it wasn't just Roblox YouTubers or players criticizing the company. It was the US government stepping in. That massively raised the stakes for Roblox's response, and it brought real political and legal scrutiny onto the platform. Within hours of Luna's post, Roblox's CEO David Baszucki jumped in to respond. And for context, this is the same David Baszucki who has ignored the platform's child safety crisis for nearly a decade. He even tried to cover it up in the past by defending unsafe games like Meep City. But when a congresswoman called Roblox out, suddenly David had something to say. In his statement, David Baszucki said he was saddened by the passing of Charlie Kirk and pointed to Roblox's community standards. He claimed Roblox does not allow content that reenacts violent or sensitive real-world tragedies or promotes hate. He said Roblox restricts image and video sharing in chat, and that their moderation team was already taking swift action. Finally, he encouraged players to flag anything violating policies for rapid review. On the surface, that sounds like a professional and polished corporate response. But if you've been following Roblox for years, you know it's the same line they always give. They claim their systems are strong, their moderation is swift, and player reports will fix everything. But in reality, this exact type of disturbing content slips through the cracks all the time. And the fact that it took a sitting member of Congress publicly calling them out before David Baszucki even acknowledged it, that shows just how broken things are behind the scenes. To Roblox's credit, they did move quickly this time. They removed the Charlie Kirk games, emotes, and clothing, and even updated Roblox's filters to automatically block the words Charlie Kirk. On paper, that looks like real progress. But here's the problem.
If Roblox has the ability to move this fast, why don't they ever do it when it comes to protecting children? Condo games, the inappropriate roleplay games that have been an issue for years, are still out in the open on Roblox. You can find them easily, often hidden under simple tags. And yet, Roblox drags its feet when it comes to removing them. The fact that these still exist proves Roblox doesn't consistently enforce safety. Instead, they choose when to act, and only act quickly when there's heavy public or political pressure. That's That's a double standard. Roblox clearly showed they can act fast when the tragedy involves a high-profile figure like Charlie Kirk. But when it comes to countless inappropriate games, assets, and emotes that children are exposed to every single day, Roblox is slow or even silent. Even creators like Ruben Sim have pointed this out. He argued that Roblox just proved they can remove content instantly, but they only do it when their reputation is on the line, not when it comes to protecting millions of kids. In the end, this whole situation is yet another example of Roblox's broken, reactive moderation system. They only address problems after they've already blown up into major scandals. And while David Baszucki wants to appear responsible in his statements, the truth is, Roblox's inaction speaks louder. I've personally been working with a group investigating how Roblox's moderation system really works, and we've recently had a breakthrough, thanks to an anonymous report exposing their internal process. I'll be covering that in a detailed video very soon, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. But before I close out today's video, I want to stress this. If you see any Roblox content mocking Charlie Kirk or anything tied to this tragedy, please report it. Even if it feels like reports don't always work, it's still worth trying. And if you want to take it a step further, do what actually worked this time. Go on Twitter, tag Roblox, and tag a congressman or congresswoman. Because the reality is, Roblox only responded within hours because of political pressure. Meanwhile, they've ignored child safety for nearly a decade. That's the harsh truth about Roblox's moderation.